like if you found the video valuable. The cottage stood quiet at the edge of Hawthorne Lane, veiled in ivy and long-forgotten whispers. Clara Wilton hadn't set foot there since she was 9, back when her grandfather, Elijah Wilton, was still alive and endlessly scribbling into leather-bound journals. When he passed away, he left her the house and everything in it. Clara, now 32, worked as a librarian in Nottingham and had no intention of leaving the city. But something drew her back: nostalgia, grief, maybe curiosity. She took a week off, packed light, and arrived on a misty Monday morning. The cottage smelled like old books and lavender dust. Everything was preserved, too preserved. She was sipping tea that evening when she noticed it, the old writing desk in the study. A drawer she didn't remember. Sleek, inset, and locked. No key in sight. That night, she dreamed of whispers behind walls and her grandfather's voice calling her name from the shadows. Clara spent the next 2 days searching for the key. She combed through books, boxes, even behind wall panels. Nothing, but the drawer pulled at her. She could feel it humming with secrets. On the 3rd day, she pried it open with a thin knife. Inside was a single object, a red velvet pouch. Inside the pouch, a pendant with an engraving, CW 1954. Her initials, but that year made no sense. She wasn't born until 1992. She also found a small notebook. It wasn't her grandfather's usual handwriting, more rushed, spidery. They warned me, I should have burned it. But how do you destroy a life? Even if it's not yours? Each entry became more erratic. Mentions of someone named Evelyn. Mentions of the accident and a mistake I buried in the woods. Clara's hands trembled as she turned the final page. She will come. I hear her in the night now. She wants what was taken. And Clara, she looks just like her. That night, she couldn't sleep. The wind howled. Shadows seemed to linger too long. She locked the drawer again, heart racing. In the morning, she went into the village and asked about Evelyn. No one remembered an Evelyn Wilton. But at the antique store, an old man behind the counter blinked when she introduced herself. Wilton, E.H., Elijah's granddaughter? She nodded. He leaned forward. You're not the first Clara Wilton, you know. Her stomach sank. I beg your pardon? He pulled out a crumpled newspaper from a drawer. It was dated August 15, 1956. The headline read, 3-year-old Clara Wilton missing in Hawthorne Woods. She read the article in full. Her eyes couldn't believe it. Clara Wilton, daughter of Elijah and Evelyn Wilton, disappeared during a family picnic. Body never found. Evelyn, grief-stricken, took her own life months later. Elijah left the village soon after. She returned to the cottage in a daze. Who was she? Had she been adopted? Why hadn't anyone told her? Her mother, Elijah's supposed daughter-in-law, had died 5 years ago. Her father left when she was a toddler. Back in the study, she stared at the pendant. CW 1954. It wasn't hers. It was hers, the first Clara. The lost one. That night, she heard scratching. From inside the drawer. She bolted upright. It couldn't be. Again. Scratch. Thump. She approached. The air was cold near the desk. The pendant on her neck felt heavy. Then the drawer opened on its own. Inside, the notebook had changed. New writing. It's not you she wants. Clara backed away. The lights flickered. A soft sob echoed from the hallway. A little girl's voice whispered, "Why am I still here?" Clara left that night. She drove straight back to Nottingham and never returned. A month later, the cottage burned down in an unexplained fire. Only one thing was found in the ashes, untouched, unburned, the pendant. It now sits in a glass box in Clara's living room. And sometimes, in the dead of night, it rattles. As if someone, some little girl, is still waiting.